Hey guys, long time no see. This pink wall behind me is where my makeup vanity is going to be. We've just moved into our new place. It's still a bit of a mess at the moment. I took some photos and I took some footage, so I'm going to make that into let me turn the brightness down real quick. I'm going to be doing a sort of transition through our house. I really want to show you my makeup room. Excuse our makeshift curtain. It's a blanket. Our curtains are being made right now. They'll be done on Friday. So today is Wednesday. So we'll get them installed. But the house is still a bit of a mess right now because I've still got boxes everywhere. This is my computer desk. It's a bit of a mess right now. Oh, hey, Miss Jacqueline Hill. I'm watching some just tutorials while I set up my room, but this is going to be my big gaming corner, so that's going to be all cool. But this is going to be my pink makeup room, pink makeup vanity. I'll do it a whole tour once I've set it all up, so don't worry. But essentially I've got a big marble mirror that's going to sit on this wall, and I've got my drawers and a glass top, so this is going to be sort of one whole unit, even though it's separate. But today, what I'm going to be filming is, and I might have to split this over 2 days because I've got to go out for dinner, so depending on what I get done. But essentially, I got some Vanity Collections from Australia, Vanity Collections Australia. I got some makeup storage compartments to go into the Alex Ikea drawers that I got. They're all going to fit really nicely. So I've got 2 drawers, but I only got enough, compartments for 1 unit drawers. Later on, I mean, they were $240 I think on plastic, which is a bit but it all makes it it's all made specifically for the Alex drawers from Ikea. It's going to look really nice, and ideally I don't have as much makeup as a real beauty guru because I'm definitely not one of those, but so essentially I really only need 1 drawer at the moment. But I will eventually probably get some more and fill up this drawer with just some various things. But at the moment, we're going to focus on this drawer, I reckon. Or maybe this drawer, because I reach my right-hand side more than my left. Because I'm right-handed. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to do a bit of a time-lapse setting it all up because they're all sort of flat-packed. It might take a while. So I'll do a time-lapse of that, and then I might do a separate time-lapse or separate sort of clippets of actually inserting my makeup, which I might have to do at a later stage today or maybe tomorrow, but we'll get there. But for now, this is what it's going to be. I'm just going to set up the GoPro. So this is my Canon at the moment. I'm going to set up the GoPro and do a bit of a time-lapse scenario. So yeah, we'll see how it goes and I'll catch you guys when it's done. I am back. I have finished the drawers. Now I didn't film it, but I went back in with the drawers because there was this this sort of plastic protectant or non-slip matting that I also got with the vanity inserts, but I wasn't sure, like, because you have to cut it yourself. I thought they were already cut like for the drawers, but you have to cut them yourself. So I just sort of did that. Like, I took all the stuff out of the drawers that I just put in there because I wanted to kind of do it properly, but I wasn't sure how long it would take me and a bit fidgety. So I just took all the stuff back out of the drawer that I just did, and I cut the plastic, put it on, put all the stuff back in the drawer. So that took me a little bit, but now everything's sort of set up and perfect. I did do the right side of my vanity because I'm right-handed, and I sort of thought I could divide it up between the drawers, and maybe I might, but I kind of wanted to keep it all in one sort of section and don't mind my boxes and everything around. Like I said, I'm still unpacking, and I could probably change these up because I'm not sure what I use and what will fit. So essentially, the very first top drawer I have, and I will show you. So it is the brand Vanity Collections Makeup Storage Modern Decor, which is an Australian company, which is really good. And like I said, they're specifically made for the Ikea drawers. I've got the 5 drawers, but they also come in, I think, the 6 and the 9, I think, are the most popular ones, but I just got the 5. Online you can buy them individually or you can buy them in packs. So I got a 5-pack. So technically you can choose 4 things, but with the 5-pack, the VC, or the Vanity Collections Lip Divider, comes with it already. So you don't have to worry about, like, when you go on the site, you can select options. You can choose which set you want, but you don't choose the lip divider unless you want another one, but it automatically comes with one. So that's all good. And the lip divider I actually ended up putting in this one. I might move it, but it seems to fit better in this drawer, and to actually assemble it fit better in this drawer. I could put it on that one, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's the lip divider that comes automatically with it. So the set 2 is, and I'll put it up on screen, but it's basically for palettes, like, your naked palettes, your Too Faced palettes, any sort of palettes are used for set 2. And the palettes are in this second bottom drawer. Again, I could move them around, and as you can see, I've popped the sort of no slip thing, grip mat underneath, so it doesn't move as much, but that is for the long slot sort of palettes. We then have set 4, which set 4 is for like foundations and primers and things. I've put this in my top drawer because it's the things that I will use most, like my foundation and things, and you can also take these out. So if you want to extend them out a bit and lay your foundation out, you can. You don't have to use every single slot, but they obviously include them. So you can take them out and sort of customize it as you wish anyway, but I might have to move this one to a bigger drawer because I'm not sure how tall like my foundations are. Like, as you can see, there's not much room underneath for the lids and stuff to go, so we'll see how that works. And then we have set 3, which set 3 I believe is for little compacts, so little palettes like the Huda Beauty palettes. Which drawer did I put those in? The bottom drawer, I believe. So yeah, they're for like Huda Beauty palettes, bronzers, blushes, anything of that sort of variety. I've popped it in this drawer again because I don't know, it might fit better. Like, I might move my lips and stuff, but might fit better in that drawer maybe. But we'll see. Like, it's again a guesstimation, but I've set them up anyway. But so that is set 3. And then the last one I got is the VC grid, or Vanity Collections grid, which is this one here, which is just a single unit. It came in a box already packed. Again, you can take these out, make them longer if you want, or you can leave it all set up how it is. But I'm going to put maybe my Huda Beauty palettes in here as well. And you can lay things flat, so I could probably lay my foundation flat, my primers flat, mascara, anything like that. I can, extend it a bit and just really customize it. But that's how I've sort of set them up. Vanity Collections is the company that I got it from again. I'd been shopping around. There was another company in Australia, I think it was called Eloit, can't pronounce it, and they've got a few. They've also got vanities, and so does Vanity Collections. They've got vanities like with the, you know, the mirrors with the lights and things, but I wanted to do my own. But again, I'm really happy with these. Mine didn't come with any instructions. It's meant to come with instructions, and you'll see in the first part of this video I took like 10 minutes trying to go like YouTube how to set the lip divider up, because I just didn't get it, and I didn't have I think I might have forgot to include the instructions, but at least I could find it online. And once I did that, it was easy to do the other ones, so it sort of flowed by. But it was hard to begin with to do that, but I'm really happy with them. They're really sturdy. I didn't have to apart from the roller mat, which is like no big deal, but I didn't have to like cut or like adjust any of the plastic brackets. Like, it's all specifically made for the Alex drawers from Ikea, which is awesome. And I'm just so happy now that I can have it all organized, because I hated in my old house, or my parents' house, my family home, I love the vanity that I had. It's a beautiful sort of Queen Victoria vanity, and I love it. Mum gave that to me when I was a little kid for my makeup, and it served its purpose. But I need something bigger now, because I do shop too much for makeup. So, and it was just like I had 2 drawers, and the makeup was just sort of sitting in there flying around, and if it was on top of the vanity, it was getting like dust and stuff. So I'm glad that I can now have it in the drawers, and so it's all organized and it looks pretty, and I don't have to stress about where I've left things. Like, I can, you know, it's all in one place and it's not rolling around in the drawers. So really happy with the Vanity Collections plastic inserts for the Ikea Alex drawers. I've got to go out for dinner soon, so I've got to get ready. So I won't include me putting my makeup into the drawers today. I'll film all that tomorrow or the next day and patch this all together and make it one video. Hey again guys, welcome to day 2 of the video. Like I said in the previous clips, my partner and I, Cameron, were going out for dinner, so I didn't get time to do the rest of putting my makeup in the drawers. That's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm going to do sort of like a sped up time lapse of putting all my makeup in the drawers. It might take a little bit and there might be a few cuts, but we'll see how we go. So I'll see you after everything is in the drawers. Okay guys, I am back and we have now finished my drawers. I've cleaned up just a little bit. We're going to get the granite mirror hopefully on there tomorrow, so hopefully I can film the rest of this video and I'll make it all sort of one thing and show it all off. But that's my drawers, so I'll bring you in closer to have a look. So as mentioned, I have my right side drawers all finished. My left side drawers, I'll just quickly show you. I didn't have enough room in that, and I could have used a little box that I used to have sitting on my counter for this, but I thought, you know, less clutter the better. So basically in this left hand top drawer I have stuff that, or palettes that couldn't fit into that drawer, and I will get some more inserts a bit later on for them. But essentially I have an empty Z palette here. They don't sell Z palettes anymore. These are for individual shadows. You can pop out with magnets and just sit them in here and create your own sort of custom palette. I just have some bobby pins there. Cheek Parade palette by Benefit. It's just a mixture of, it's just a mixture of yeah, blushes and bronzers. So it's a bit of a big palette, sort of all in one. And this is just an empty Lime Crime tin that had lipsticks or lip glosses in it. I just kept it because I really like the tin. We have a Smashbox bronzer palette, bronzer and contour palette. I really like this, so I keep it sort of separate in the drawer. This is a Jouer blush palette. I think there's also a bit of a highlight in there, but they're mostly just blushes, and you can use bronzers however you wish. So I have a tanning mitt, which I never really tan anyway, but this is one of my favorites. This is the Lisa Frank and Morphe palette. Lisa Frank, I love Lisa Frank just because of how colourful it is, and the packaging like is just amazing. I didn't film a video using this, but I did post an Instagram look, or you know, did a couple of Instagram photos of using this palette. So I'll link my Instagram down below, but also pop it up on the screen here for you to go and check out the look if you wish. In the second drawer I have the James Charles and Morphe palette, which is a bit of controversy right now. You know, if you know about the beauty guru life, you know about all the controversy that's going on with James Charles right now. But I do, however, love this palette, not because of that. I just really like the colours in there. I got it before I got the Lisa Frank one, and the Lisa Frank one does have a lot more colours in it, so I'll be probably using that more so now. I have these Lime Crime, is it Lime Crime? Yeah, Lime Crime brush collection. It wouldn't really sit up properly, so I couldn't really display it. I might sit up against the wall a bit later, but that's just in there for now. But it's just a really cool sort of brush kit, like the glitter sort of moves around in them. So I really like it, that's why I like it. Sorry, the camera's a bit shaky, I just got to adjust. And also in this drawer I've got two more Morphe palettes. This is the Morphe 35i Ice Fantasy palette. This is just a really colourful pastel palette with quite a few sort of glitters and shimmers down the bottom. I really like this palette as well. I haven't used it all too much, but another one of my favourites. And of course we have the original Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. This is one of my favourites for sure, and as you can see in a couple of the shadows I've used quite a bit. I've used quite a few looks of that palette, but I didn't have enough room to fit the bigger palettes in there, so again I've just kept them in these two drawers. So moving over to the actual drawers of mine, I have the first drawer. When I was originally putting the inserts in, they all come, I can't really get to the back of the drawer, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but they're all sort of slotted like that size. But I needed to take out the inserts because I could fit some more stuff in, and that's what's good about these inserts, like you can take them out, customize them any way you want to, so you don't actually have to have them how they come. So but essentially I got a setting powder back here, RCMA, and a colour powder. I have my Hourglass Veil setting powder, which I'm pretty low on, but I've just kept it to remind me to get another one if I ever need to, because I mostly use this Huda Beauty one now. I really like this one, so I mostly use that or the Laura Mercier, but I haven't restocked on it for a while, so I sort of switch between my two, you know, my favourite powders. This is the Marc Jacobs foundation, Remarkable foundation. I do like this foundation. It applies nicely to begin with, but it is very cakey, which is why I don't really use it anymore. I might use it for a couple of videos if I'm just using the makeup for the video and I'm not really going out anywhere. Otherwise, I only ever really use now, the only foundation I ever really use now is Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation now. I'm in the colour 1C1 Cool Bone. It took me forever to get on the bandwagon this foundation, and once I've tried it, I've never gone back. It's the only foundation that I use now just because it wears so well. I don't have to touch up my makeup. It never fades. It never like rubs off. I can't not use that anymore now. So that is really the only foundation that I use. The other one I used to use was the Makeup Forever HD foundation in the stick form. I accidentally got the stick form. I was meant to get the liquid, but the stick was actually really, really good. But again, I only just really wear that one foundation now. So I don't really have many others. Again, that's just the Huda Beauty powder. This is a Morphe and Lisa Frank beauty sponge. I also have other ones with Morphe and Lisa Frank beauty sponges, except for that one. It's a Beauty Blender one, but I just sort of all stuck them in here because they all sort of fit nicely. I've got a couple of new chapsticks that I use. These are my, not chapstick, but they're Blistex. These are really good. I love these ones. They keep my lips nice and hydrated. I always have to use these just because I hate dry lips. Yeah, and then I've got a Beauty Blender ring. This is one of my favourite products I don't use all too much, but is the Guerlain Meteorites Powders. They're beautiful. They just add a sort of a, you just pop your brush in there and just boop, 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 and, you know, pop it on your face. It's a nice finishing powder. I don't know if it's like a setting powder, but it's just, it sort of gives your skin a nice sort of veil, I suppose, like a nice sheer sort of glow without looking too dewy or glowy, but I absolutely love that. In here, this way, I've got my everyday brushes, and underneath, and this is my highlight and bronzer brush. It's a Mecca one, it's a Zoeva one, and all these are pretty much Zoeva apart from one which is Morphe, which is this one, I believe. Yep, so that one's Morphe. All the other ones underneath are sort of Zoeva and just some random ones, but I don't really use, but I've put all the ones that I do use this way so I don't get myself confused. Some more brushes in here, Zoeva, a couple of random ones, just for, you know, blushes, bronzers, contours, anything like that. I don't use these all too much, that's why they're there. I do, however, use this blush brush quite a bit, so I'm going to put that in there in my everyday sort of drawer. This is the Benefit bronzer brush, contour brush. I really love it. Kabuki brush, I don't know. It's really pretty. It just looks like a tropical sort of paradise. It's very cool. But in here I have the Benefit Quickie Contour Stick. Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I really like this one. And underneath is also my concealers. I only have 3. I only have the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape, and the Benefit Boing, the new one. Those are sort of my concealers that I use. I don't use them all too much, but I just mostly use foundation. But if I've got you know, a pimple or a blemish I want to cover up a bit of discoloration, I'll use those. I won't get these out to show you, but that is a Guerlain sort of pack. It's got like a blush and sort of a finishing powder in it. I also use the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. Again, I used to use it before I got the Estee Lauder, but now I have the Estee Lauder. I don't use it all too much. I'm in the shade 1.40. It's a good foundation, but again, Estee Lauder, can't go wrong. I just have a Chanel powder foundation, a couple of new beauty blenders ready to go. Got to stock up on those. So that's it for my first drawer. The second drawer is a mixture of things. I've got some stuff up the back which I can't really get to, like the drawers don't come out as much, but there's still a lot of a room back there, which is a bit annoying. So that's just a mixture of like little travel size, you know, trial size things. Decay setting spray that's empty pretty much. In this drawer I've got all my sort of eyebrow stuff plus eyeliners. Down the bottom there I've got some coloured eyeliners plus some gel liner there, eye primer and liquid liners, etc, etc. This compartment here, I've got mascaras. Some of these are expired, but I like them for the packaging. You know, like the limited edition packaging, I just really like. And this is sort of some skincare trial size stuff that I got. The Fasali Unicorn Drops, which I need to stock up on because Fasali just posted an Instagram post. They might be discontinuing their company, so if you guys want to stock up on this, because this was went viral on Instagram quite a few years ago, and it's amazing. I love it. So if you need to stock up on it, guys, do it before they actually don't sell them anymore. I've got the Morphe setting spray, the Touch of Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, which I love. So that's just my setting spray area. I just chucked these there because I want to use them. There's some Frank Body sort of scrubs and face moisturizers and things. In this drawer, I've also got more setting spray. So I've got the Beauty Blender Dewy, Too Faced Festival Refresh. They don't sell that anymore, so that's why I'm trying to use it as little as possible. It's got sort of this stuff that you shake up. It's like a luminance, beautiful, sort of shimmering. Makes it all nice. I love this Glow Recipe face moisturizer. Absolutely love that before I do my foundation. The Marc Jacobs Invisible Undercover primer. I love. I wish I could stand these up, to be honest, but they don't fit. So I wish I could store them. I might store them another way a bit later. And then I have the Josie Mirror and Argan Milk. It's just, I use it overnight time. I use it overnight time more than anything to really hydrate my skin overnight, and I find my skin in the morning is just, it's just so smooth. My third drawer is lipsticks. As you can see, I've left the back empty, sort of centralize it. It looks probably a bit funny, I know, but I will probably fill it up more when I do shop more. But again, it's just a bit annoying because you can't really reach back here. Like, see how far my hand is back here? Sorry, and you can't bring the drawers out anymore. So I don't really understand what the go is of that. I feel like you should be able to bring the drawer out more, but I don't know. So that's a bit annoying. So I've kept everything sort of central. This lip liner doesn't fit in here. It gets sort of shut in the drawer, so that's a bit annoying. So that's why I've left it flat. But essentially, these are two MAC lip liners. These are two Nars. What is that? That's a Nars one, and this one is a Nude Sticks one. There you go, Nude Sticks. So I don't really have many lip liners, but I kind of want to stock up some more. These are the Marc Jacobs Le Marc Cream lip glosses slash, I suppose, liquid lipsticks. A couple of Stila ones, a Dose of Colours one here. The Huda Beauty Lip Strobe ones. These are really nice. I've got the Nars Orgasm Lip Gloss, Too Faced Shimmery Lip Gloss, a bunch of Too Faced Melted Longwear lipsticks. These are quite old. Probably, I mean, they would totally be expired, but they still smell good. They still feel good. They haven't broken my lips out, so I'm still going to ride with them. And that's just the thing with makeup. Even though everything has an expiry on it because it has to, if it still smells good, looks good, doesn't make you break out, I would still use it. A lot of people do, because otherwise you're spending so much money on makeup that you have to throw away. But these are still really good, so I'm not going to throw them away. A couple of the Pat McGrath lip glosses. A bunch of these purple ones are Lime Crime lipsticks. They're quite colourful ones. I've had those ages too, but they're still good. That is a Tarte one. I've got a Marc Jacobs one, just for the packaging purely. Dior Lip Glow, another chapstick sort of scenario, just a cheapo red lipstick that I needed for a bit of a play situation. A bunch of Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses, some more Lime Crime lip glosses, the Pat McGrath Blitz Trance lipstick, a lot of MAC ones. That one is Velvet Teddy, I know for sure. One of them is Candy Yum Yum, and just a couple of other sort of nudish but sparkly colours. The Viva Glam lipsticks, Nicki Minaj, and just one of the collections that they had, the Aquamarine or Aqua collection, I think it was called. I just got it for the packaging because it's just so pretty with the raised water droplets on it. I just really liked it. I've got an Urban Decay lipstick in Back Talk. That was one of the popular ones at the time. A mini Marc Jacobs lipstick and a mini Too Faced, my apologies, a mini Too Faced lipstick. In the front here we got Huda Beauty ones, a YSL lipstick, 2 Jouer ones, but this one's Jeffree Star collection, which I don't have anymore, so I've kept, but I love it because, as you can see, it's very shimmery, very sparkly. It's hard to see from this angle, but it's got a bunch of different sort of sparkled colours in it. I really love it. And then there is another Jouer one, and again, you can see just how sparkly that is, even though we're not in focus. Come on, baby. Come on, camera. It's just struggling today, I don't blame it. But yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of different coloured sparkles in that one too. And that is Jouer. Okay, so in the second last drawer, I have all my palettes. I have quite a few, to say the least, except those ones in that drawer, which I just showed you, which don't fit. So I have the Huda Beauty Nude palette, the Naughty Nude, the Mercury Retrograde, and the Desert Dusk palette. The only one I don't have is the Rose Gold Remaster, which I will get to complete my collection, but we'll give that a little bit of time and a little bit of money. This is also one of her smaller palettes, the Neon palette. She has quite a few now in her collection, but I'm not all too interested just because I have a lot of these and you can sort of get similar colours, so I'm not all too fussed about getting heaps of these. But that is the pink one. I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I really love this palette when it first came out. I don't touch it as much anymore just because I use the Huda Beauty ones more so now. I have 2 Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, the Modern Renaissance and the Norvina palette. These are my 2 favourites. She does have quite a few, but these are my sort of go-to ones for that. Back here I have Kat Von D, when it was Kat Von D, now it's KVD Vegan Beauty, which I'm just not on board with. It's just not as good anymore. But I got the Alchemy palette. It's a really beautiful palette. She also came out with one single one. It's sort of like a multi-chrome shift sort of topper eyeshadow, but they're very unique. So that's why I do like it. This is another Z palette, which I've popped in here because they're full, but it's full of the Makeup Geek eyeshadows, which were really big a long time ago. I don't use these all too much anymore, but I've kept a hold of them just because they were quite good at the time, in case I want to use them again. I have a stack of Lime Crime loose glitters. I don't use glitters all too much, but I've kept these because these are really nice, and I really liked them. I've got a little mini MAC sort of shimmer. It's like a sort of pinky lilac shimmer topper, so I've kept that in there. I then have the Too Faced Life's a Festival palette. This was just a really pretty collection they came out with, like that setting spray, and I've just kept a hold of it because I really enjoy it, and they don't sell it anymore. And again, the packaging sold me. I have one Jeffree Star palette, the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. I then have 2 Sugar Pill palettes, the Sparkle Baby and the little Twin Stars Duo palette, or collaboration. These are quite cute. They're just really colourful, sort of out there colours. I have a Too Faced Sugar Pop palette. This is a really cute one. It's a little one. Quite colourful as well. I have one Zoeva palette, the On Taupe palette. That is sort of a more neutral shade. I have a Dose of Colours Eyes Cream palette. That was quite a pastel, pretty palette. And again, back here, it's hard to reach, but I have a bunch of the Too Faced ones. So I've got the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, the Semi-Sweet, the Normal Chocolate palette, or chocolate bar. And back here I have the Naked 3 Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I don't use these all too much anymore, so that's why they're quite at the back, but they are still really good palettes. And in the last drawer I have a mixture of my palettes for blushes, highlights. So we've got bronzers, highlights and blushes in this drawer. Again, this was like this, but I've taken out the middle section so I could fit some more stuff on here. And again, that's the really good thing about these inserts. You can customize them however you wish. It's really, really handy. So back here I have an Urban Decay bronzer, which I loved for ages. I then have the Too Faced Unicorn Tears. That was part of the Life's a Festival collection. I've left a bit of a gap here, so I'm going to have to fill that in. But I have the Nars. It's a duo one, so it was the Nars Laguna and Orgasm Blush Bronzer Duo. The Tarte Amazonian Clay Bronzer. That was really nice. The Too Faced chocolate Soleil. That's just the milk chocolate one of my favorites. I have the Laura Geller. Everyone loved the Gilded Honey, but I felt like that was way too gold. I've got the shade Ballerina. It's just a really nice sort of pink. It is quite dark though. I have the Cover FX drops in Celestial. These are just like liquid metal on your skin. It's amazing. I also have, so that was the bronzers. Now this is the highlighters. So I have the Too Faced Life's a Festival highlighter there. It's like a rainbow. It's really pretty. A bunch of these Becca ones, which is sad because Becca is no longer a brand anymore. This is my newest one that I got just before, you know, I wanted to get one last hurrah before the brand, you couldn't buy it anymore. In September they're closing down, so get on board with it if you can. But these are just a bunch of them. So that's more of a pink one. Vanilla Quartz, Lilac Geode, I believe. Yep, Lilac Geode. And no, sorry, Prismatic Amethyst and Lilac Geode. So that's more of a lilac. That's more of a pink. Vanilla and more of a pink blushy sort of color as well. I then have just one random bronzer here, the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I didn't get to chuck it back there, and I use that quite a bit, so I'll put that there. This is the Too Faced Diamond Dust, I believe it's called. That's just what that looks like. It's very different in colors. It's a very mixture like opal. Beautiful. It's a highlight, so I've just chucked that in there because that's where it fits. I then just have this random one by Miasun. It's a Pretty Mermaid. It was like that rainbow highlight that everyone was into. I then have an Hourglass blush. A bunch of these Marc Jacobs massive pan ones. These are amazing. So this is the Omega bronzer in Tantastic. I got the glazed golden, what is it called? Omega glazed in 79 Guilty. It's like a gold sort of color, literally. It's like a more of a gold champagne highlight. So that's the bronzer, gold champagne highlight. And then they've got another big one, which is 80 Worth the Wait Omega Glaze. So that's another highlight as well. I then have a bunch of little blushes. So this one and this one is MAC blushes. That's a hot pink. That's more of a dusty rose. I've got a Tarte blush and another little Tarte blush, sort of more of a dusty rose color as well. The Fenty Beauty Cream Blush. I love this. This is in the shade Petal Poppin'. This is amazing. It's obviously a petal color, and it's just I love the cream blush, to be honest. And this I bought for the packaging, but also it's amazing. It's the Natasha Denona. The packaging is amazing. It's a Love Cheek Duo. This is my newest one, so it's like a cream blush. It's pretty much almost the exact shade as the Fenty Beauty one, which I really like. It's a little bit darker, which I kind of like, and it's just sort of a more champagne-y highlight on the side. So that's a really nice duo that I picked up from them. That is the Too Faced Love Flush. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but it's a Love Heart sort of blush highlight swirled all together. A bunch of Benefit boxes. That is the Benefit Tickle highlighter, that one in Cookie, and the Dandelion Twinkle one. So it's a dandelion blush, but in the sort of shimmery color. I then have this Smashbox, like a pinky sort of shimmer, but I just love the packaging again. Highlighter, I have the Stila Putty highlighter, and this is in the shade Opalescence, or Opulence, sorry, Opulence. It's the putty highlighter that everyone was into. I then have this Hourglass, but oh no, you can barely see it, but it's sort of rubbed off. Trio of their like ambient lighting highlights, and then this is one of the collections I came out with. It's got their sort of highlighter, like ambient lighting powders up the top, and then the bronzers and blushes down the bottom. I just really love Hourglass, and really loved how they all kept it together. It was quite a good price, really. This is one of the Nars blush palettes and highlight palettes. I haven't used it all too much. I just love the packaging again, and the dimensions, and the blush and highlight shades was beautiful. I then have the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collaboration palette that she did with Champagne Pop, Prosecco Pop, and a bunch of blushes. I don't make this anymore, and obviously Becca is running out as a brand, so I'm so glad that I kept this. I haven't really used it, but I'm going to keep it because I just love it for, you know, having the collection. I just think it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it's such a shame that Becca is no longer going to be being made. Becca and Jacqueline collaboration honestly changed the makeup and highlight game. It was just awesome. And then this is the Nars sort of Orgasm. I just love the packaging of it, but really I kind of regret purchasing this because I just don't get it. It's like a cream sort of topper for eyeshadow but blush, but like it just doesn't stay on your skin, and you can't really set it because then you lose the color of it. I mean, it's a good idea, and I just wish originally I thought they were eyeshadows, to be honest, and I wish they were, but I just kept it because it was quite a bit of money, and yeah, again, I love the packaging more than anything, so it might be a display only item, but I kept it. And then back here I've got two Lime Crime highlighting palettes, the Anastasia Moonchild highlighting palette, and then the Jeffree Star Platinum Ice highlighting palette back here. Again, those are the ones I mostly don't reach to anymore. I used to use them quite a bit, but upgrading, you know, you get new stuff all the time, so you want to use your sort of new stuff and the stuff that you know and love. Those are good palettes for highlights that are really unusual, so I do still use them when I'm doing a, you know, more out there kind of look. And there we have it, guys. So that is my video on my makeup drawers. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down with me. I wanted to do it and I sort of envisioned it, but it was a bit tricky to sort of do because I wanted to do more packing and moving and sorting things, but it's just so difficult when you're moving. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you love my setup. I love it. It's something I've envisioned for ages, to have my own room and to have my own sort of vanity, and just really enjoy the makeup that I have. But now I think I need to buy some more. Fill the other drawer. What do you reckon? Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Yeah, and enjoy these little outro clips of my whole setup. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye. I don't need to tell you that it's over. Closer. This is gonna be too much for us to bear.